Daniel worked for 10 years as a doorman at a hotel, 10 years opening doors, 10 years carrying luggage, 10 years watching people come and go while he stayed stuck in the same place. When he finally realized he would never be promoted, he decided to resign. But what he didn't imagine was that, at the end of that shift, the last guest would change his life forever. A black car stopped at the entrance. Daniel opened the door with the same politeness as always, helped with the luggage, and offered to carry the bags up to the room. The man looked him up and down and said coldly, "I don't have a tip for you." Daniel took a deep breath and replied, "Even so, I will do my job professionally, sir." He picked up the bags and began walking, explaining the hotel along the way, talking about the history of the place, the services offered, the different types of rooms, and explaining that it was the best hotel in the entire city, and that they could certainly provide excellent service. The man stopped in the middle of the hallway and stared at him, intrigued. "How does a simple doorman know all this so well? I've worked here for more than 10 years, sir." The surprise on the man's face was obvious, but before he could say anything, the manager appeared. The manager looked at Daniel with contempt and said loudly, in front of the guest, "Why are you still here? Haven't you finished your job? Go take care of the entrance, more people are arriving, and stop bothering guests with your conversations." Then he turned to the guest with a fake smile and said, "Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. This employee sometimes doesn't know his place." He dismissed Daniel with a hand gesture, as if shooing away a dog. Daniel felt the humiliation burn in his chest, but he lowered his head and walked away in silence. After finishing his shift, Daniel took off his uniform for the last time and put it away in the locker with a mix of relief and sadness. Before handing in his resignation letter, he went to the pool to relax, and to his surprise, he found the same guest sitting in a chair, staring up at the starry sky. The man turned to him and asked, "Why are you giving up?" Daniel hesitated, but something about that man made him trust him, so he told him the whole truth. He hadn't always been a doorman. He had once been a hotel supervisor, responsible, dedicated, and respected by the staff, until his ex-girlfriend, who worked in administration, teamed up with the manager. They set a trap, planted evidence suggesting Daniel was stealing money, and instead of firing him, they demoted him to doorman as a favor. Every time Daniel tried to get another job, she secretly sabotaged his chances by calling companies, pretending to be a professional reference, and speaking badly about him. Daniel was trapped there, merely surviving, watching her rise through the ranks while he carried luggage. The guests listened in silence, and when Daniel finished, the man said something that sounded like a joke. "If I owned a hotel, I'd hire you immediately." Daniel smiled, not believing it, thinking it was just consolation, thanked him, and walked away. Later, with the resignation letter in his hands, Daniel went to look for a supervisor to sign it. When he noticed a strange movement in the lobby, several supervisors, managers, and even the hotel owner surrounding someone with deep respect. When Daniel got closer, his heart stopped. It was the same guest he had helped earlier, but he wasn't just any guest. He was the new owner of the hotel chain that had just purchased the establishment, and at that moment, their eyes met. If you want part 2, comment part 2 and tell me which city you're watching from.